Hey! Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I am Emily. I thought, let's try the acrylic marker project again. So I'm gonna be painting this cute little gremlin. This is the photo I found on Pixabay. It's a free image. And then I put it on this piece of wood. These are the colors I've picked out. I basically picked out 3 of each color. I do have other ones kind of around, so if I want to throw another one in there, I can. I'm not really sticking to the color palette per se. I am gonna do green for the body and purple for the fur, and then pink in the ears. I also have some brushes, bleed proof white. I'm gonna use that with the moon and some gray, and then I'm gonna use this darker blue for the sky, and then black and white for highlights and for the eyeballs, and maybe to do some tracing and stuff. That about covers it. I was at a Ren fair recently, so this is henna, so just wanted to let you know what this was. I think we'll just dive right in. Alright, I'm just gonna have this little guy off to the side here, and then I always have my little color palette up here. Oh, I also do have a jar of water. The image is larger than my piece of wood. I drew it smaller, and then I used a piece of transfer paper to then trace over my drawing, and then it put it on the piece of wood for me. I'll be using the reference picture kind of just to know where the shadows are. I did want to show you, I had talked to you about this NIGHTCAP markers before. This is another one, so there was actually 3 that were kind of messed up. All that the paint kind of went to the back, so when I try to pump it, it won't come out the tip here. So I may actually end up contacting them to see if I could get some replacements, because that's really frustrating. And then I am going to use this for the background, but I might also use a brush to kind of spread it around, so we'll see. And the reason I'm doing the background first is so that when I put the hair and everything in, it's already colored and I don't have to try to go in between. I can layer the little hair fuzzies over the background. In order to save time, I colored in the background and the tree trunk off camera. I'm going to color the body next. Each of these I'm doing the base coat first, and then I'll go in with the light and the dark. So I'm just doing kind of the mid-tone right now. I think the marker coverage is decent, but maybe it was a little more challenging just because I was working on the white gesso. Maybe I could have used black gesso and Mod Podge as the base for my drawing. I know I've said it before, but I always go with the flow of whatever I'm drawing. So if it's rounded, I want to follow that shape. I really believe that directionality matters. Especially later whenever I draw in the fur. That kind of shows you the flow of what the fur looks like. I also decided to leave some small gaps where I wanted to really differentiate a couple of different areas, so because you'll kind of lose your pencil lines as you're coloring over them, since the markers are opaque. We love the opacity, right? If you watched my first acrylic video, you'll know all about the opacity of markers. And I did warn you that I'm a dork. The more I colored him in, the more he reminded me of Yoda. And for those of you who don't know, that is a Star Wars reference.
It ain't about fame, it ain't about fake friends. And screw your ex, is such a flake. Forget your grades, you need a break. It's all about you, no matter what the others say. But now I'm done talking, the lights on me. I tell you, I guarantee this night's about to take a turn for the better. Now the rain is pouring and all I see is lightning around my feet. Now nothing can bring me down. I just wanna dance till my heart goes.
So I'm putting the shadows in before I'm putting the fur in, because once the fur is in place, it's super hard to be able to go in and put the shadows in. And I end up really not liking the color I chose. I had kind of a limited palette. I probably could have just chosen a different palette. I end up going back in and kind of knocking that back using a brush and the mid-tone. I just thought it was way too drastic of a difference. Using the brush is really helpful because it makes it a lot easier to blend the marker with the 2 colors. I did find that with the NIGHTCAP markers, those didn't blend very easily. I think they just dry a little bit faster, so I found those to be a little bit harder to blend.
Love the ones that makes you shine. It's all about you, no matter what the others say. But now I'm done talking, the lights on me. I tell you, I guarantee
end up layering in some other colors in order to kind of soften the lines between the dark and the light, just so it's not so drastic.
Talking the lights on me, I tell you I guarantee this night's about to take a turn for the better. Now the rain is pouring and all I see is lightning around my feet. Now nothing can bring me down. I just wanna dance till my heart goes all like that. I just wanna dance. I just wanna dance till my heart goes all like that. I just wanna dance. I got this weight on my shoulders, slowing me down. I don't know how it came about. And while the world is spinning faster every night, I feel I'm stuck in reverse somehow. But it ain't no one's fault that I am stuck here. No one to blame this on, feeling so hopeless. I keep on pouring salt on my wounds when I shouldn't stay.
So I talked earlier about the importance of directionality, and you can see whenever I put the fur in that I'm really kind of going along the contours of his body shape. If you do it all willy-nilly, it could look like it's all matted and kind of crazy.
Gotta move on right now. I feel the pressure. A force of habit to point at another mistake, but two wrongs don't make one right. I gotta pull it together before it's too late. An hourglass in my mind, a light. I know it's all my fault that I am stuck here. No one to blame this on, feeling so hopeless. I gotta find a way before it disappears. I cannot stay. I feel the pressure on me, how it's itching under my own skin. It's getting real hard to breathe. I gotta move on right now. I feel the pressure. Ooh, when did I get so blind? I didn't see this coming. Ooh, I should have heard faith calling, trying to pull me out. But how do I get out? Yeah, how do I get out? I feel the pressure on me, how it's itching under my own skin. It's getting
Some news gray and a little bit of bleed-proof white for the moon. And a side note, I ended up realizing that the bleed-proof white is not bleed-proof when you add Mod Podge over it. So you'll see later on, whenever I show you kind of the finished product, that there are some smears in it, and that is from the bleed-proof white smearing. I end up kind of leaving it, and kind of makes me think it's like shooting stars or something like that, and then I just end up putting more stars in with acrylic Posca pen. I also add some acrylic glitter paint to the moon as well, so you'll see that pop up. So I'm starting to outline, and I end up using different line weights. I've talked about that before too. So in some spots I use a heavier, bolder acrylic marker, and then in other spots I use a thinner one.
I've been hungry for affection, baby, best believe that you got my attention, baby, now I see you're there in my reflection, you're a part of me, and it's in peace.
I decided to take a little bit of a lighter marker and put it in his eyes just to make his eyes kind of sparkle and stand out a little bit more. Now I'm using that bleed-proof white for lettering in stars. In hindsight, I should have used white gesso or just white acrylic paint. Here I start going in with some different shades of green, but I just decided to smudge it with my finger instead of using the paintbrush, and I actually liked that quite a bit. Off camera, I decided to paint the edges black, and I quite like that better than the white. I would say an area that I did struggle with was really just trying to blend the different shades together. I find regular acrylic paints easier to blend. I think next time I work with acrylic markers, I will either use like regular paper, marker paper, or just like a regular canvas and see how that works out. I did end up working on this painting a little bit more off camera. I kind of went back to it and was like, oh, I kind of want to do a little bit more. I ended up adding a little bit more contrast, kind of working a little bit more on blending, and then added a little bit more fur. I really had fun painting this little guy, and I think he's so cute, and I'm really happy with the results. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up, maybe leave a comment, let me know what you think. I really appreciate you being here and watching my videos every week. I post every Wednesday. Thank you again so much for being here. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will see you very soon.